Morning, folks. We're at the 37th annual Vietnam Veterans Reunion here in Kokomo, Indiana. And we've got the Master Modeler Display Traveling Museum here with Jerry Lindquist. And this is some of the items that he has on display for the veterans and the civilians here. Have some military uniforms. And that's a what? Wow.
But that belongs to him.
I see. You got a Marine Corps uniform with a hash mark. Another Marine Corps uniform there. Army. What do we got here? That's Navy, I believe. Yes.
Navy, Air Force.
Okay. And what do we got here?
This is the Minesweeper and all the different mines. Claymore, anti-tank mines, German shoebox mine, a 1950s mine detector, and a punji pit.
Oh, yeah, punji pits. I've seen them. Okay.
Now we're getting into the communications. So you have the PRC-77s, 2 of them, and they still work. Field telephones, World War II pack radio, field telephones. This is the company desk. So that's your communications setup.
Right.
Then we go into medical. You have the stretcher outfit. We got the IVs hanging, medical suction device, and this would be a typical first aid. Patch them up, get them out fast.
Right.
Now we're getting into the good stuff. This is the cooking, World War II cook stove. And you have all your different cooking utensils, plus the old sea rations.
Yes.
And they're still full.
Yes, and I still have a tray like that at home myself.
And always, especially in World War II, the cook had to have the good stuff. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's very nice, very nice.
And there's your Mermite can, and then each one of those containers can be filled with, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, or whatever. Drop it off to the troops. That is called a water cistern. That's 30 gallons. You can hold water in there, and with all those spigots, that's where you get your canteen water. If you don't mind canvas and a little chlorine.
Right. Yeah. And what's this little thing
that
here?
That was dropped off about a week ago, and that's a World War II Marine Corps water bladder that they carry, and that carries about 2.5 gallons of water.
I see.
So
another donation.
90% of all the artifacts are donated,
and that's the way it should be.
If the families are inheriting it, they don't know what to do.
So tell me, Jerry, how long you been doing this?
30 years.
30 years.
I started with one model at the Howard County Veterans Reunion, and now I am a museum.
You are a museum. You truly are. And I've seen this model here for a lot of years, and
this is
just amazing what kind of work, intricate work you have put into it.
This one took me 5 years to build, and it's Omaha Beach D-Day.
Wow.
So it's the landing, all the barbed wire, all the bunkers that were there at Omaha Beach.
Amazing. Beautiful.
That's the bad thing. I have to cover everything with plexiglass, and it reflects on camera. So.
Will you don't mind?
I also do World War II reenacting. So this is my gear for World War II. I do 82nd Airborne.
Okay.
That was dropped off 3 weeks ago. That's a 1950s parachute, fully packed. Guy just brought it in, dropped it down, said bye. So
just like that, huh?
Constantly I'm getting stuff. That's a 90 millimeter tank round, law rocket, 81
How'd
millimeter.
you come by something like that?
That I found at Knob Creek Machine Gun Chute. They sell everything down there. So I got an 81 millimeter. And then these are the basic weapons of World War II and Vietnam. You got an RPG, M16, M79 grenade launcher, thumper. That's the M1 Grand, BAR. There's another law.
Yeah, I fired a BAR, but I don't see an M14
Yet. Keyword is yet.
Yet.
Keyword
Okay.
is yet.
I see. Here we're getting into definitely World War II.
The Nazi flag was donated by our colonel's wife. They captured the factory, so all the GIs have signed that flag on both sides, the names and addresses of all the GIs.
Wow.
And the colonel gave it to me, and the silver around there is spun silver. That's not thread.
Wow, wow. Nice. And this is...
A model of the Siegfried line. Those are anti-tank traps.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The little Hitler bus. I had a World War II GI come up, and he was in a wheelchair, and he asked if I wanted it, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. The thing is, he told me, he goes, it was the only thing I could fit in my pocket when we're going through the villages. GIs, if it fits in the pocket, they will take it.
Yeah.
So, and then
MP, Shore Patrol.
Shore Patrol,
Yeah.
military police. This one was donated by a family, and it was made in the 50s in Cuba for our guys at Gitmo when they
Cool.
were friendly with us.
Yeah, right.
That is twice as heavy as a regular.
That would hurt.
Yeah, they put lead in it.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Put them in Mohawks.
Oh, did they? Yeah. That was donated by, that's one complete meal.
Up to 56 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I remember those little cigarette packs with 5 cigarettes in there. I've opened many of them over the years.
Then we're getting into the uprights, all kinds of Japanese money, postcards. So there's a little bit of everything. That is the Russians and the Germans battling it out in Berlin.
And you modeled this entire thing?
That is a model that you can buy, but then you have to detail all the inside.
Oh, wow. You mean paint and...
Yeah, the wallpaper, and I have to put the floor joists in and everything. And then paint everything. And
Jerry, you are beyond belief, young man. Love this.
And this is my...
Yeah. Sammy Davis, yes.
The family gave me the original Western Union telegram notifying that he was killed at Bastogne.
Wow.
And they were afraid that it would come up missing, and so they wanted it in a museum, so they gave it to me to...
That's heartwarming, man. That truly is.
And then again, we have Vietnam. So we have a plate. He
Yeah.
carried it in Vietnam all those years, gave it to me, so I found a bottle of 33, 2 packs of smokes, and that's R&R. Good old-fashioned.
Wow. Yeah.
Of course, you got to have the Ho Chi Minh sandals.
Yep.
And then Chinese sneakers. These are hard to find. They're the American Red Cross military uniform for the ladies.
Wow. Nice. Very nice.
You'd be surprised what people have up in their attic.
Yeah.
Because they'll pack it away, and then 70 years later, then they drag it out, and
Yeah, I give mine away like 20 years ago, everything I had. And this?
This is a life preserver for D-Day, and originally it was supposed to go around your waist, but they told the guys to keep it up high, so that you'd float. And some of the guys had so much packs on and everything that they wore it low, and it actually turned them upside down and they drowned. So it was a good concept, but a bad idea, I think.
And Navy.
Oh yeah, it's got to have stuff for the Navy.
Yeah. Golden Cafe Bridge, San Francisco.
And you can't have Navy without a hula girl. I mean, that's just a given.
Yep. Gotta have that little hula girl there.
Oh yeah.
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps, and then back to some World War II stuff.
Yeah. It's interesting.
He was a short little guy, quiet, but he was Did a lot in Italy. Went through Italy up through the boot the whole bit, and then got into Germany. You don't get to see these anymore.
That's
Newspaper,
true.
cigarette ads. No, they outlawed them.
Yeah. They outlawed that a long time ago. German gas mask.
Yes, the Germans would take the gas mask out and then put bread in there and sausage because nobody used gas anymore, so therefore they had a container for their food.
Yeah. That's what we had.
That is very unusual.
This one is unusual because it's their paratrooper elite division, and that's Edelweiss that only grew up in high range, and they had to go up there, cut it, and bring it down to prove that they were worthy of. So this one is extremely rare.
Wow.
They were using this.
A 105.
Millimeter
That's a heat
tank.
round.
Wow.
Got the little slit on it.
Then that's a 2.75, which is what they fire out of the Cobras and the Hueys.
Yeah.
And we're back into all the different ammunition.
Anything designed to kill.
Yes.
Ain't that sweet?
And then, of course, we're back to the 90 millimeter.
Okay.
Now we're
And
getting into World War I.
oh yeah.
World War I mess kit, sewing kit, with money, ammo box. It's amazing that these were made in World War I and all the dovetail to put them together instead of just a couple of nails and that.
Yeah.
They made them by the millions.
Yeah.
I mean, back
And
then it
there's-
was craftsmanship.
Yeah.
This is rare to find. It's a 2.5-gallon canteen that was worn around the side because of the water-cooled machine gun required so much water. 2.5 gallons is a lot of weight.
That's a lot of weight. You're
lot of
talking
weight.
over 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're still back in World War II, street fighting.
Very nice. Japanese NPCs.
Tuskegee Airmen. Then we're starting to get back into World War I. It's a leather uniform. I mean leather. Or not leather, wool. I mean they had everything. Pants, shirt, jacket, one uniform year round.
Yeah. This is kind of fascinating.
Then back into World War I. And World War I gas maskets.
How do you find this stuff, Jerry?
It's all
Jeez.
donated. All donated.
Wow.
And then I finally made a model for World War I. It's a World War I. You could walk faster than the tank could run. This is extremely hard to find. Anything religious in the military. And that is a World War I Catholic little prayer book. Family donated it. So,
Army and Navy. Song and service book for
and a Marine
ship and
Corps
field, Army and Navy. New Testament.
with the Marine Corps emblem on it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Huh?
And the military has manuals for everything,
That's
including
right.
newspaper
That's
reporters.
right, yeah.
There's a manual for everything.
Yep. Just amazing, beautiful work. Just
War posters are original 1944 war posters. Those are hard to find.
awesome.
Found up in an attic.
Yeah, you never know what you find in an attic.
All this medical equipment came out of a Vietnam surgeon's medical bag. From pulling teeth to everything.
Yeah, I recognize a couple of those.
Yes. The only thing is not missing is the morphine and the scalpel. Other than that, she's complete.
Well, if you had it, it'd be disappearing real quick. A lot of tooth pulling devices there. Flak jacket.
Flak jacket, and these are kind of rare. They were experimenting with them, and they were receivers so that they could talk to the troops.
Okay.
They really didn't go over big, so. Then you got
Yeah.
NBA,
Yeah,
flag,
yeah.
their booty hat, pit helmet, propaganda.
That's pretty neat.
Then one of my toys that I actually get to.
You've had this one a long time. I remember this one. This is really something.
There's a HO train motor, and it runs off of 2 C-size batteries. And it gives the illusion of flight.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's rice paddies in Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
This I've had for probably about 10 years now, and this is a Vietnam fire base. This one took me 4 years to build.
Wow.
And 5 different memories. Each guy told me exactly how to lay out his area. So you got everything from a beer party going on to 2 of them are reading Playboys down to body bag, the whole bit. I mean, it's in there.
A lot of intricate work.
A lot
yes.
of intricate work.
Yeah, yeah. Just see the soldiers here.
And everything in my museum is what I take to not only moving walls, but also schools. So they get to see it.
Huh. Okay.
Still going back into Vietnam, only Riverine.
Wow. Nice.
It's a PBR boat, patrol boat river.
Beautiful work.
Now we're getting to World War. This is the home front.
Okay.
So mom and dad at home, you know, they had to do their own cooking because of the war effort. And you had stamps for everything, from gas to sugar to
yeah,
flour
yeah.
to you name it, it's there. And these are hard to find because that's V-mail. GIs would write a letter, they'd photocopy it down on microfilm, ship it over, and then blow it back up. Saved them on fuel for airplanes.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing.
During World War II, metal went to the military. So Bissell was still making floor sweepers for, you know, folks at home, so they had to make it out of wood. You know, because the metal went to the military.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Basically a shaving kit and a U.S. Army World War II prophylactic kit. Military has everything.
Yeah, yeah.
These are original cigarette packs, and they are full. They are original and complete.
They'd be a bit on a tart side, I would think, about now.
That and so dry that if you touch a match,
Yeah.
you better inhale. Yeah.
Yeah. This is nice.
That's a King Tiger, and I wanted to, you know, show it as in winter condition.
Yes. Nice work.
Thank you.
That is really nice work. This is the first time I've seen this. When did you do this?
Oh, I've had that for years.
For years.
I got so much stuff. You go through
You
this.
probably got more at
Yeah.
home too.
A little bit more. But I
Yeah.
still got to put under glass. So this is German scene, World War II.
Yeah, that was a
Original
bad
posters
war.
put
Yeah.
out by the Department of Defense.
Wow.
And good old Spam. Pork, luncheon meat.
Yes. Ration D. Cardinals, charms.
Then there's always publications that they brought out. During World War II, they made it simple and easy for the GIs to learn. So,
Yeah. Recognition manual. Heating fuel.
heating tabs, soap, sun cream, a little bit of everything. Now you're getting into Iraq.
Yeah.
That's a Russian radio brought out of Iraq by one of the guys. And then we have, the military's been changing their uniforms so quickly. That was the original chocolate chip, then they went to this one, then they went to the digital. So
I like that one. Yeah.
a good friend of mine, Lynn Roberts, he's an impersonator of Bob Hope, goes all
Oh, really?
and he donated the money.
Huh.
And these are the original
looks pretty good.
LERP rations when they first came out. Now these are the modern ones that they're using today.
Okay. I bet it's a little tastier than
the original.
what
yeah.
I had in the 60s that was packaged in the early 40s.
And good old civil defense, fallout shelter,
Yeah.
water, crackers, and good old fashioned Geiger counter.
You gotta have those, especially if you're in Eastern Europe by Chernobyl.
And I brought in one of my models that I'm still working on.
Okay.
So you can get an idea of just how I kind of have to put things together, figure out where I want to put everything.
You still haven't even painted.
No, I haven't painted them. I think some of them don't even have their heads on yet. I mean, just because you got to put the heads, arms, legs, body together, then all the packs.
Wow.
And then paint them. So this gives an idea for people to see that, how I put it together.
Unbelievable amount of work, young man.
And then
And
I
here
have
we got-
maps of Korea,
Yeah.
Vietnam, Iraq.
And let's go to this side here.
This is the chicken plate for the door gunner and crew chief on the Huey Helicopter.
Okay.
Most of them sat in it. Bullets are coming up rather than in.
Right,
Protect
exactly.
the vitals. Protect
Yeah,
the vitals.
exactly.
This was dropped off yesterday.
That's got to weigh 50, 60 pounds.
Yeah, it's body armor ground troops, and I've never
Wow.
seen one like that. So,
Wow.
that's how I get this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we're back to Iraq again.
Okay.
Pepsi on one side, you turn it around, it's Arabic on the other side. So, and they don't add the sugar.
Yeah.
Then that's a 120 millimeter heat round. That's a 120 millimeter penetrator. It doesn't explode, it just drives its way through.
Yeah.
And that's Iraq's version of, biological, chemical, that
Oh,
was,
really?
Yeah, that was their idea. They had theirs, we had ours. He was buying off everybody. British, American, Chinese. This came out of one of the palaces, and there was a room full of them, and so all the guys were taking them. But the friend of mine that gave it to me told me that he was an engineer, but everything you touched on that palace was, doorknobs, handles, light switches was gold. I mean, that's how he lived.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
So,
Yeah, that's
the
a
Russian
little
helmet.
bit like
the Russian helmet was taken out of one of the bunkers in Iraq. Wow. They had Russian people there.
So you would like build a fire?
M16. Huh. I had an M14. I gave it to my son. Give it to my son.
How they?
This gas mask?
Yeah, Vietnam gas mask in '72.
Okay.
Those are the two different flags of the Japanese, and that's one of their bayonets.
Wow.
If you ever want to display something of the enemy, always put something on it. That dishonors that flag. So therefore, I put the bayonet across both of them so I can show it, but I'm not honoring it.
Okay.
So that's how you do that.
Back to Germany again.
Back to Germany. A little money, pins, armbands.
About all I could say is Deutsch.
Yeah,
that's all I could say.
I don't even understand what the words are. People just think it's...
Love these boots, man.
Yes.
Nice.
Leather. You had carpenters, you had electricians, you had cooks, you had mechanics.
Right.
And everyone had their own tool roll. So that's just a carpenter's millwrights. Some German helmets. That's from the 50s. You don't get to see these because usually they break down and become mushy.
Yeah, they put a lot of starch in them back then.
These are original 1940s Marine Corps first edition camouflage.
Oh, yes.
And the buttons say United States Marine Corps on them.
Okay.
So,
Wow. Nice.
And then back to some German stuff.
Yeah, I'm familiar with these. I think I may still have some.
Those were actually World War I, but they were still using them in World War II. I mean, postage stamps, money, belt buckles, a little bit of everything.
That dagger is awesome.
Yeah, that was one of their ceremonial daggers.
Yeah,
I mean.
Hand grenade, Vietnam.
And then the good old-fashioned shit house.
Yes, yes.
I made a model of it.
Poopy
And
house, and here you show the soldiers burning everything.
That's your Kevlar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kevlar isn't as
Guaranteed.
heavy as some of those others.
Guaranteed to make you sweat to death.
Yeah, of course.
And then back to Vietnam.
Ay, ay, ay.
That was taken out of Hill 8081 North at Khe Sanh.
Okay.
A tunnel rat went down and cleaned out the tunnel and brought that back out.
Wow, wow. Water bucket. Nice, nice, very nice.
The Japanese flag, the bayonet was won in a crap game in one of the Navy ships, and the story is written out there. So you'd be amazed at what guys pick up and what happens to them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a World War II jungle first aid kit.
Wow. Even box matches.
Yes.
Ammonia, inhalant, aromatic.
Even cotton swabs. I mean, you know, they packed everything in there, and then that's my model of Tarawa.
Okay.
That one took me about a year to build.
A year.
A year.
And you're also a good carpenter, too.
I was a shop nerd in high school. You know, not too good in English and math, but I excelled in woodworking. So.
Okay. Jerry, let me shake
Thanks.
your hand.
Yeah.
And I thank you.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure. This is my complete museum, so hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, definitely did, and I hope the folks that view this video enjoy it as well. Over and out.